What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Hopefully, y'all had a good day today. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Oh, wow. Sorry. I was asleep, so for people that don't know, I worked last night. I'm working again tonight, so this is actually going to be a shorter video. But I didn't, because I was sleeping, I didn't see this massive sell-off and bounce. I'm trying to figure out where I was. So I was trading, but I was trading futures through this area right here. Got some pretty good moves. I actually called this out as an entry long. And, well, when I say that on futures, so. I went long here, I think. It might have been this one. I'm not sure. One of the two. Actually, no. I'm sorry. This candle here, I went long. And then I called out some shorts and some longs and vice versa. And on this candle, I said we were finally going to break out. And then I was disappointed because I realized, like, I could have also called that out for SPY. And I forgot to go to Keenan's and tell you guys. And not only that, but, like, I could have taken calls on my options account, but I didn't. I don't even know why, but anyway, hopefully you guys had a good day. This or the retest of the spike, hopefully you guys caught it and just grabbed calls without being told to. That was very nice. I know I said it, but I'm going to say it again. It's going to be a very quick video today. I was fighting with my alarm clock. Overslept. I guess the correct word was I was trying to sleep through my alarm clock. Like, I was just not feeling it. Alrighty. Start with session volume profile. We have another P shape. Bring forward our levels. I should actually throw this out there. This is kind of random, but I was telling you guys yesterday, my one of my son's gym partners is fighting tomorrow in Long Beach. If you're looking for something to do tomorrow, this will be a good time. It's lights out. lightsoutfx.com. February 7th. Our buddy Corvan, he's the co-main event. And, I mean, it's not atrocious, but it's going to be a really good time. I'm going to be there. And if anybody happens to go, if you see me, come by and say hi. Introduce yourself. All right. Let's take a look at TPO really quick. We have another spike. Oh. Volume's pretty trash. So this is the fourth day in a row of pushing up. On the third, volume was good. Fourth, volume was trash. Fifth, volume was trash. And we had decreasing volume over these 3 days. And today, surprisingly, they were able to have slightly increased volume over the last 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised to see them push it higher and then dump it. Spike base is at the L period. The spike is between L and M, right? That's what we're always looking at. So the spike base always goes to the L period. Spike goes to the M period. I'm sorry, Almighty Beardman is what streamed. Yeah, no, once your single prints are touched, you delete them. Or actually, I don't even... Yeah, delete them. I was going to say I don't keep them, but that's not true. I actually do. Let me look at the news for tomorrow really quick. Okay. We got some pretty big stuff going on tomorrow. Before the market opens, some pretty major news events in England. And then 30 minutes later, we have another pretty big news event. And then after that, an hour before the market opens, we have unemployment claims. And then not stuff until later in the afternoon. I feel like today they were waiting. What was it? Oh, I guess I'm wrong. I felt like they were waiting for this, but maybe it wasn't as significant as I thought it was. But yeah, unemployment claims, an hour before the market opens. And then here, this will be big at 10 a.m., so 30 minutes after the market opens. So this is going to be a big if. But if we come up here, don't even hesitate. Get some puts. You could even swing puts. Excuse me. I would get, if we hit this, I would get puts for next week, just so you don't get destroyed by theta. But you should be up Friday morning if that happens. Excuse me. Between December POC, December value area high, I would also be interested in puts. Just have to see how we react when we get to those levels. For the bullish scenario, if we come down to these single prints, just no questions, grab calls. All right. Oh yeah, Almighty Beardman. The fight is streamed. If you go to Lights Out, here I'll actually just post the link, but it's Lights Out at FX, and where is it? I'm trying to find where you pay for the stream. Oh, click on Watch It Live. So here, I'll post this link. But from here, you just go to Watch It Live, and it'll be streamed. Well, it's saying it can't be found. Maybe I'm too early, but it'll be streamed tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Uh, the Aaron and Gurn show, I've traded gold a couple of times in my life. I'm not really a fan. I mean, probably just something that I would need to give more time. But I do really good trading NQ. And I don't know. When I tried to trade gold, I felt kind of lost because the tick size, like the move seems so small, but the money's so big. I don't know. It just I think I'm I think the few times I've traded gold, like I've made money every single time. Like I don't think I've had a losing trade ever on gold. But that's not like some major accomplishment. I literally think I've traded it like twice, maybe 3 times. But it just wasn't comfortable is the best way I could explain it. Like I think it was more of just like understanding the value of the tick and the tick size and all that stuff, but it just wasn't like natural to me. Whereas trading NQ, I could probably do it in my sleep. So I tried it a few times and I went straight back to NQ. But I've heard gold, excuse me, I've heard both gold and copper really respect volume profile levels. So if you're looking for something, it's probably a good thing to trade. Pepino, I don't know, your entries have been missing by a tick or two. So if it's only a tick or two, you shouldn't be getting stopped out. Or you're saying like you're not getting a fill because you're not entering in time. That's probably what you're referring to. That's me. 100% win rate trader on gold. Only traded it once in my life, but 100% win rate. Almighty Beardman, I'm not a huge fan of moving your stop loss. I've talked about this before. Like, I think one of my biggest, or not I think, I know, one of my biggest trades ever was on NQ. And, I mean, I'm not going to find an example. Actually, maybe something like this. But so basically, let me hide some stuff. Basically what happened, I recognized that we were going to have like this massive sell-off, right? Oops, I used the wrong tool. And I had actually called this out like live for a bunch of people. And they were shocked that I was able to predict such a big move. But basically, I'm trying to remember, like, to the best of my knowledge. I think it was 120 points. It might have been more, 180. I don't really remember the exact amount, but it was massive. And I had told everybody, you know, NQ was going to have this sell-off, whatever, 120 points, 200 points. Again, I don't really remember. But what ended up happening in the trade was, in the beginning, I was never really red. You know, it did its normal dance up and down, whatever. Long story short, came really close to my take profit. And then ended up doing this major retracement all the way to where I was actually red. And then came back and hit my take profit. So, something like this. If at any point during this, you know, I was trailing, there's a chance that any of these, you know, the regular lower low, lower highs, whatever, come up and stop me out, right? And definitely on this pullback into the red, I would have got stopped out. I never would have made it to my take profit level. And so then what ends up happening to the people that are trailing their stop loss, and when I say that, like, let's just say you're targeting this, right, as like a first take profit level, and then your next take profit level is here, right? And once you hit your first take profit level, you want to mitigate some risk, and you bring your stop loss down, you know, and then it hits your next take profit level and you close. Like, there's nothing wrong with removing some risk once you hit like a key level, you know. But with that said, like, if you're in one contract and you're like really, you know, you really think you're seeing a move, if you start trailing and moving stuff, like, you're just never going to make it to your take profit. And so that what ends up happening with people that trail their stop loss all the time is every time they're red, and by every time I mean like 100% of the time, it's going to go and hit their full stop loss, right? So you're always going to hit 100% of your stop loss. But by trailing your take profit, you're very rarely ever going to make it to your profit target. So if you're trading correctly, or using one risk to reward as a minimum on every trade, then if you're hitting that one risk when you're wrong on a trade, but you're never hitting that double risk or more when you're correct on a trade because you're trailing your stop loss, you're basically making math go against you. And so mathematically, you know, one risk to reward, you only have to be correct 34% of the time and you're making money. So, I don't know, like, you really, it's really important that you accept your risk when you enter a trade. And by accepting your risk, that means you're not moving your stop loss, because you've accepted, I'm either going to lose this much or I'm going to make this much. Like, if you're truly trading properly, you've already accepted before you take the trade what you could potentially lose and what you could potentially make. Because before you enter the trade, you've planned it out, and you know where your entry is, you know where your stop loss is, you know where your take profit is. And you should really be embracing those levels. Like, you should be trusting your charting, you should be trusting what you're seeing on the charts, and you should be trusting those levels. Because inevitably what happens when we're in a trade, we start looking for every reason that we're wrong. And when you start looking for reasons that you're wrong, you're going to talk yourself out of the trade, figure out a place to cut yourself, you know, early in profit, and then it's going to go and hit your profit level. And again, you're just never going to make it down here. But every time you're wrong, you're going to hit your stop loss 100%. Or even worse, you know, some people, as price starts approaching their stop loss, are like, if I just move this out a little bit, like, maybe it'll reverse and go my way. And then it starts getting even closer, and they're like, oh, shoot, let me move it out a little bit more, and maybe it'll reverse and go. And then, so they're not just hitting 100% of their stop loss, they're hitting even more, right? Like, their original risk, like in this case, 4.6 to 1. And by moving my stop loss out, I'm now at a 2.91 risk reward to my one risk. You know, and it's so you're literally just going against yourself. You're shooting yourself in the foot when you start doing that stuff. So you will, like, I'm sure you guys know this without me saying it. Maybe you don't know it like on a level where it's like at the front of your mind. But as soon as I mention it, it should make sense, which is once we're in a trade, we will just start looking for every reason, like, oh, that candle doesn't look very strong. You know, like, we'll start looking for every single reason to get out of a trade and we just never make it to our profit target. And you might as well just give up as a trader right away if that's how you're going to trade. And I don't say that to be rude or anything like that. It's just the reality. Once you've learned to accept your risk, things get a lot easier. So this is the person I'm mentoring. When I say this, it's going to sound weird, but he's trading on a prop firm, right? And so he's only risking whatever, $50 for an account. His last account he blew on the 30th. And we had talked, and I was like, bro, like, you're losing too much compared to how much you're winning, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, no, I know. He was like, I was testing some stuff out. And he was like, basically, like, I was willing to lose the account, to figure out, stuff, whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And we implemented, this is going to sound weird, but basically with him, I started him out trading only, what's it called? Started him out trading only off of volume profile. And one trade a day, focusing on, like good entries. And so now, I don't remember what date, but we implemented footprints into his trading. And we had a conversation about it. And I was like, at this point, like if I gave you too much at one time, you'll be trying to focus on too many things. Whereas now, you having traded footprints for whatever it is, like 2.5 months, volume profile for 2.5 months, you can see volume profile in your sleep. And so like we could put a bunch of other stuff on your chart, and all that volume profile stuff is just going to pop out, like without you even trying to see it, you're going to see it. So now that we implemented footprints into his charts, he's still able to see the volume profile stuff like really easily because he's been focused on it for so long. And then the footprint part has just added more confluence to his trading. And I'm proud of him. Like, this is 2 weeks or whatever, 5 days of trading. He's up $1,400. I think most people would be really happy with returns like this. And it's not, when I say this, it's not, I'm not doing anything special, like nothing other, nothing different than what I'm teaching you guys. Did I look at Friday's news? That would be weird. Yeah, I didn't look at. Oh, tomorrow is Friday. I'm cute. Y'all didn't call me out that I'm looking at the wrong day? Okay, one person did. Yeah, so massive news 30 or an hour before the market opens. And then after that, nothing too crazy. 10 a.m., we've got a little bit of news. Sorry, I don't know how I completely screwed that up. Yeah, but so I would just recommend you guys do exactly the same thing. Focus on only volume profile for like 6 weeks to 2 months. Just looking for good, clean entries, one trade a day for 6 months. He's now at a point where he's allowed to take 2 trades a day. So you can see there's a couple of days where there's 2 trades. But I basically told him, for me, and it looks like he's kind of following the same thing. I'm guessing once I get like a good trade in, I'm just done for the day. Like an $845 day, why do I need another trade? and it looks like he's kind of roughly doing the same thing. This whole week, he's taken 2 trades every single day. But again, the results are speaking volumes, right? So we are cruising along. He's roughly at a 1 to 2 risk to reward. The only thing with like this, it's you can't, on this trade log, you can't put in this was my entry, stop loss, take profit. So it's just looking at dollars lost versus dollars won. So like on every trade, he could be at more than 2 to 1, but there's no way for us to show that on this log, which I don't really like the P&L ratio, because mine always looks wonky, and I know I'm pretty much always at least at 2 to 1 on my trades. All right. Yeah. Brian Yang, ask me next week. Sorry. I've really got to run. I've got to hop in the shower. Like, I'm actually running a little bit late. Otherwise, I would just do it right now. Oh my gosh, Kendra, I've got the wrong date. Nice. We're killing it here. All right, I just fixed the date. I told you guys, like, I'm not feeling my best right now. I'll just say this really quick. Like, normally, for me, like, I'm excited to make these videos with you guys. And the last couple of weeks, I've been having to force myself to make videos. Brandon, if you're talking about the orbs, like Shorty's orb indicator, he just did a class on that. And so you should just watch that. Last weekend, he did a class. If you need like a link, just whatever, I guess message me in Shorty's Discord, and I'll get you the link. But you should be able to find it. It was last Sunday, and it was live. Yeah. I probably missed a ton of chat. I apologize. But yeah, I've really got to go hop in the shower. Like, I basically should be getting in my car in like 10 minutes to head to work. So all of that. Yeah. No, I'm okay. I don't know. I've got something going on, like emotionally or whatever. I don't know. I don't even understand why. Because, like, everything's good. Like, life is good. I don't have any complaints, you know? Anyway, so, like always, big thanks to all of the subscribers. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. Really appreciate you guys. I don't mention this often, but, like, any money I generate from YouTube, I'm just literally just throwing straight into an account for my kids. For college and whatever. So that's what all that goes to. So the people that spend that 99 cents a month, really appreciate you guys. Should really benefit my kids' future. If you're new here, I definitely need more time on the bike. Actually, that's probably what it is. Come to think of it, I haven't rode in like probably 2 months. My front brake is out, and I've been riding with my front brake out, and that's pretty sketchy. So I need to fix that. And then also, I need new tires, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Runts, you just look left. So, like, just for instance, on this candle here, if you're looking where to put your stop loss, you should be looking left, and then your eyes should immediately kind of go to these wicks, right? And so you would want your stop loss to be slightly below that. With options, it's a little bit more difficult because you're guesstimating the value of your contract based on levels on the chart. So, but That's the key, is just always look left. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying, but oh yeah, friends of the stream, thank you very much. If you're new here, stick around, hit the subscribe button. We do a lot of training and education on this channel, and none of it's BS, and we're not hiding behind paywalls, and we're not selling courses, and we're not pretending we know what we talk about to sell you a course. This is actual trading that works. If you want to fact check it, you can actually go like and search on my stream, like live, or on my YouTube, live trading, and you can see us trade live. I don't trade live on YouTube very much, but when we do, we pretty much kill it every time. So that's what it is. All right. As always, much love, much respect, and we'll see you sometime this weekend. We'll go live. I don't know if Shorty's doing any classes, but we'll definitely go live and see what we see for Monday morning. Okay. Much love, much respect. Peace out, everybody. Bye.